Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's question has 3 answers, and the third answer is a secret how to actually overcome the barriers to start self-publishing. So let's get into it. The question that was sent in was, why not to self-publish? Now, this is an interesting question because it's looking closely at some of the barriers and reasons a person might consider not self-publishing. And there's quite a few that should be considered, and we're going to take a very close look at them today. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com. Go ahead and click the subscribe bell if you'd like for me to make more videos like this one. And look below in the description and you will find my free self-publishing checklist to help you get started on your self-publishing journey. So, why not to self-publish? Well, I can give you a couple of reasons. So when I first started, one of the barriers that I was dealing with was the idea of, well, how exactly do we format it? And do we have to upload the files, and you have a cover, and you have all of these things that make it very complex. So there's so much to learn that it creates a barrier, and maybe we don't want to self-publish, or we discover that it would be too difficult. And this is one of the reasons that some people decide maybe this isn't right for them. They get so caught up in this. The other is an internal motivation, that you just don't have really the energy. It doesn't seem that interesting to you, or it seems too difficult. It can be either way, but both of these can also provide a little bit of barriers. Now for me, once I saw that it could be done easily, and I saw that the path was going to break down, then I started following along those simple steps in order to start self-publishing myself. In order now, once you've gone through it a couple times, then you start to learn the patterns that it's really not that difficult. And in all, I ended up putting out 170 books onto different platforms. And so that was what I found in my journey, and then it gets more exciting as you go. So why not to self-publish? Well, let's look at a couple of the answers. So the first is you lack motivation to fully get started. And if you're not feeling very motivated to self-publish, well then maybe it isn't right for you, because it's going to require a great deal of motivation to get yourself to actually create the book, write the manuscript, or pay somebody to write it, and then actually get it published onto the market. The second thing is you're not really paying any attention to what the experts or people who have been there. You're just blowing them off, everybody who's already previously self-published, not listening to the advice that they're coming in with. And this also kills your focus. So you might not want to self-publish if you're thinking you're just going to figure it all out yourself, because you're going to be disappointed, and the process does become very burdensome and confusing. And so this is another reason a lot of people end up not really publishing, is because they get started and they don't really know it. And a side point on this one would be you're not really plugged into a community that helps you to stay motivated, to keep that energy level high as you're working through the process. So being in a community is also an absolutely fantastic way to make sure that you actually complete your first project. And as you're going, so you're going along, and you're in a group, and you're following the instructions, and you're keeping the motivation level high to ensure that that book gets done. And these are things that prevent you, or maybe you shouldn't self-publish if you're not planning on going these routes. You're just trying to go it alone. You don't really have the motivation. But the secret to getting past why not to self-publish is actually forward motion. It brings the motivation, and breaking everything down into simple steps is the key to success here. So if you're not breaking everything down and you're just being overloaded by all of the tasks that you're going to be required to do, then this is going to make self-publishing very difficult for you, and this may be a reason you should not self-publish. So these are a few of the things that I've found. So why not to self-publish? Well, tell me what you found below in the comments. I love to hear. I respond to every comment that comes in. And check out above me here for more videos like this one to answer your self-publishing questions. Thanks.